This is not for minors. So if you're a minor, sorry. There are other games you can play or watch me play here, but this is not one of them. Oh, whoa. Bro, did you just trip me so you can catch me?
I
I
like
like
it,
it,
Picasso.
Picasso. Now I'm just letting you know, I've watched like 2 people play this game already. So I'm going into this knowing basically the main plot points. I wasn't like fully invested. So don't be surprised if I act surprised about something. In the modern era of superheroes and supervillains, I was just a regular villain. And I say was very intentionally here. My days of crime are officially over. I didn't go out in a large, daring stunt or in insane wealth like most may assume that a villain would. Most may assume that villains finally retire when nature makes an end for our perpetual greed and selfishness, eventually spiraling into self-sabotage, becoming our own undoing. But that was not me. I had loans to pay off, medications to afford, a family to support. I was not looking for a beautiful life full of luxury or Gatsby level grandeur. I only wanted to survive. And sometimes we can only survive in the best way we know how. For me, that was stealing from others. I didn't take from the average Joe. My targets were specifically 7 figures and above. Well, sometimes I would stoop, but they always deserved it. But now it's over. I went out nameless. As long as you know what to take, what they can afford to lose, they will never search you out. I'm not proud of what I have done. Okay, that's a lie. I'm a little proud. But not many knew of me. I was never infamous enough to attract the attention of the heroes. But the underground crime world sure knew me. They referred to me as... I don't know, criminy. Yeah, that sounds good. Criminy. In infamy, I even gained a small fan following of fellow criminals. But that doesn't change the fact that those days are over for me. My loans are paid off, my family has a proper safety net, and I can afford my medication. For a while at least. It was a means to an end. And now, the present day me. Ayo newbie, pass me some napkins. Some old fart dropped his coffee. I groaned looking at the clock. Only 9 a.m. I sigh heavily, my coworker's voice grating on my ears. I passed my 9 a.m. annoying some napkins. If you sigh like that, you only bring yourself bad luck, newbie. Alright then, bro. My question is, why did we quit being a villain to then go work at a coffee shop? That is a stranger's switch around. Or the stranger's job switch, but alright. Yeah, I'm going to need more napkins than this. Cramp spilled like his whole coffee. Whole bean coffee. Okay. I glare at my coworker Miles. I'm about to ask if he is high at 9 in the morning when he cuts me off. Hey, by the way, what's your name again? If I ask, hells, they'll explode at me. He laughs sheepishly, scratching his head. My name? It is, Jim. My name is Jim. We've been working here together for over a month, Miles. Oh, right, Jim. Don't be mad, I promise I'll remember next time. Miles walks towards the spill with an incredible amount of napkins in his hand. Miles, you know we have a cleaning supplies closet, right? If you just wipe it up with napkins, it's going to be sticky. Sheesh, newbie. I don't tell you how to live your life. I shoot a glare at Miles. Please stop calling me newbie. Okay, I get it, sure. My legs are like super sore from stock this morning though. Do you mind cleaning it up and I'll man the register? Excuse me? Hal said you aren't allowed on the register anymore after charging a customer $20 extra. How do you even do that? You know, I wouldn't know because I've never worked at a register and I don't want to. Y'all are doing a good service. People who work at registers. That was only one for the third time in one day, Miles. Just be chill. Howls only takes your side because what, Miles? Haley's tall, unimpressed stare gazes at Miles. Ah! Haley, how are you so quiet? Miles? Yeah? Go clean up the mess. Haley hands Miles a mop and a bucket. Miles hangs his head, walking towards the spill while dragging the mop and bucket behind him. Yeah. Miles grumbles, sulking back to the spill. Haley sighs deeply, laying on the counter next to me. They grab a slightly burnt croissant from the discards pile and pick at it. I swear, I've never seen Miles do things the right way, even if only 1% more effort is required. Haley's stare lingers on Miles' sneakers. Damn, if those layons aren't cool though. Layons? I don't know. I look at the flashy black and green shoes Miles is sporting. I can't resist a good sneaker, even if it's being sported on the least deserving person possible. Aren't those things like a couple hundred at least? Yep. Haley sighs. Maybe I should just steal them when he takes his afternoon nap in the storage room. How about it? You want to be my partner in crime? I don't think I'm quite cut out for that life of villainy. Sorry to disappoint, Hal. Haley drops a casual pat on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Jim. Just keep being a kick-ass barista and we are cool. Haley and I sat in the ambience of the cafe, wiped down the counter's tops as Haley picked at the scone. The position in which Haley was standing gave them direct line of sight onto Miles' activities. Miles' current demeanor of hard-working cafe employee indicated that he felt their hawk-like stare. I sigh again, glancing upward at the clock. Don't get too impatient. You still have a full 5 left to go. Feels like forever. Maybe you should pick up a more exciting job then. Let's say this is all the excitement I want to handle. I prefer a boring life. Yep, excitement usually means trouble. Very true. You look like you're speaking from experience. Hal leans in close, their long hair trickling over their shoulder. Won't you catch it on to me? Yep. What secrets are you hiding, Jim? I should be more concerned about your secrets, Hal. Haley raises an eye curiously. I mean, if you happen to get arrested for something crazy like insurance fraud, I'd be out of a job. Insurance fraud? Do I look that shady to you? Haley huffs jokingly. Then you could finally leave me to rot in prison and get your dream job. Yeah? And what's my dream job? I cross my arms and tilt my head curiously. Hal levels her gaze at me. I don't know, maybe like a superhero? Haley was more monotone than ever, but I could tell it was an obvious joke. Yeah, I really look the type, huh? I drawl out sarcastically. Maybe your superhero name could be like the Pessimist or something. I laugh. A small twinkle shines behind Haley's eye. Oh yeah? And what will I do? Bum the villains out so much that they decide to go home? I mock a superhero pose. You there, disgusting villain. Don't you have any idea about the money you're stealing? Inflation is on the rise. That money will be worth next to nothing in 2 years. Haley covers their face and turns their back. They attempted to regain composure, but I felt a little disappointed and I wasn't able to see their expression. Well, you could totally go for it. You're even bumming me out. I smile wide and laugh a bit at the ridiculousness of it. That's what I like about you, Jim. You feel like the only other person that truly couldn't give a shit about the heroes. Even villains tend to have favorite heroes. But you truly couldn't care less. Why is that? I shrug and mumble out some random reason. Taxpayer money and all that? Can I order? My head springs up at the customer on the other side of the counter. They rub their arm awkwardly. Fuck, how long were they standing there? I wanted to die of embarrassment. My head whizzed over to Haley, but they already took advantage of the moment and trotted off to some other part of the cafe. My cheeks felt hot as I glanced up at the man. Hello, I'm sorry about that. I didn't see you there. No problem, I prefer it that way. What? Never mind, let's just stop talking. He cringed at himself, looking up at the menu. Can I get a black coffee to go? Yeah, sure. Nothing else? He pauses for a second, as if he's trying to determine if it's a trick question. No. Thank you. Okay, that would be $3 flat. He hands over a $5 bill. Here's your change, sir. Keep it. He moves away before I can give him his receipt. Not very talkative. I put together a fresh black coffee in a to-go cup. He stands at the counter, ready to grab it right before I hand the coffee over. I quickly pull it back towards myself. I almost forgot this. I slip a coffee sleeve onto the cup. Careful, it's hot. You don't want to burn your hands. Why does everything I say feel so awkward with this guy? He flashes a wry smile. Thanks. He glances down at my name tag. Jim. Have a good day. He takes the coffee from my hand. His fingertips brush over mine during the exchange, making me jump a bit. The man walks out the door, sipping his coffee. Like, dang, he already got you infatuated? He glances at me while passing the glass window. When our eyes make contact, he shifts his glance away. Well, I continue to work the register, ringing customers up and preparing drinks. When customers peter out in the day, I pass the time by watching the TV with no sound hanging in the corner. A special about heroes' origins flashes across the screen. I mute the TV as binary stars red, blue, and white and yellow stand amongst the news interview. A child from the stars, huh? I murmured to myself. As unbelievable as it was, binary reads red stars were chillingly unhuman. To the general public, he glimmered like a starlight. But to the villains, his name was only uttered in whispers. The rest of the day passes pretty normally. Soon, I'll finally be off the clock and can head home. I yawn while looking through some boxes under the counter for more sleeves. The morning shift is brutal. I probably shouldn't have stayed up so late doom scrolling. Hey. Thud. Oh, ow. What? I rubbed the back of my head where it hit the counter. Hit the counter? What the? Ducking my head out from under the counter. Oh. I see Haley standing there with her usual expression. How you really have to make your presence more known. Make some doggone noise. Haley shrugs. Do you mind busting some tables? Sure, but where's Miles? Probably pretending to do work in a storage room while browsing auction sites for hero action figures. I start to laugh, assuming it's a joke, but Haley's unamused expression never shifted. Haley sighs, rubbing their temples. Sometimes I wonder if firing him would be easier, but it would make my life way more complicated if I did. Haley glances up at me quickly. It's tough to find anyone willing to work a normal job recently. All Miles talks about is how he's gonna quit someday and become a hero. Haley barks a humorless laugh. Yeah, the guy can barely tell a coarse grind from a fine grind. And don't even get me started about how many times he has, yo, check out this Sidekick era Blaze figure I found. It's only at 8 kids and has an hour left. Oh, 8Ks? Oh, 8Ks. 8,000 for an action figure? With spending habits like that, it's no wonder Miles is trying to always borrow money. As Haley starts in on the lecture, I quietly dip out. I hum to myself while gathering the left behind plates, mugs, and cups off the table and placing them into the bus tub. Bump. Ah! I walked into someone, almost dropping the bus tub. The stranger's hand grasped the container from the other side, keeping it steady. Whoa, nice reflexes. I look up and see the stranger from yesterday. I feel a bit frazzled, my face heating up, remembering the caught glances and graze of our fingertips. Like, dang, down bad already. Oh my gosh, get it together, you whore. For real, though. You're laughing at me? Oh my gosh. My eyes shoot up to his. I could swear he was laughing at me. Instead, he coolly shifts his gaze in another direction. He is a little attractive, though. You think so? What? He smirks down at me. My reflexes. Ah, right, yeah. My eyes go white, noticing the customer's hand still holding the bus tub. Ah, sorry. I placed the bus tub down on a nearby table. The man stands there with a curious look on his face. I didn't get anything on you, did I? I fluttered around him, making sure that no stains were on his shirt. He didn't move, staring down at me intensely. I verified that there weren't any spills on him and backed up a little. I think you're good. I looked down and noticed a coffee at his table. Black coffee again? You know we have other things too. I hope that didn't come off as judgmental. I like this. After a second of awkward silence, he continues. Well, I'm usually in a rush to get to work. So black coffee is just the fastest to get. Ah, okay, I see. Well, if you ever want to try something new, I can make something else for you. Sounds tempting. I promise it would be really good. You won't ever want to buy coffee anywhere else or your money back. Okay, can I get that in writing? Cheeky bastard. You don't seem to be in a rush today. No, work doesn't need me quite yet. What do you do for work? You're asking what I do for work when you don't even know my name yet? I'm disappointed in you, Jim. How do you know my name? He gazes down at me. He said your name last time. His intense dark eyes scan my form. Oh, they linger as they move across me slowly. I end up feeling frazzled all over again. For real though. Like, yo, what are you doing? Looking through my clothes? Is he staring at my chest? I glanced down, seeing my name tag. Oh my gosh, you idiot, Jim. Oh, right. Perks of being an employee. Why did I just say that? Is me getting to know your name a perk of the job for you? The man smirks darkly, his eyes scanning my face. I'm flattered. I don't have to pay extra for flattery, right? I'm pretty sure my face is as red as tomato at this point. Like, dang, this dude got so much game. No, that's on the house. I gathered a bus tub into my arms a little too quickly, splashing a bit of water into myself. Sorry, I gotta go do some work. As I turned around to escape, I could swear I heard a deep chuckle. And he knows he's frazzling me too. He knows it. When I returned from the back, the man was already gone. I wonder if he will come back tomorrow. He better. A week goes by and a customer hasn't come back. Wow, you just really left me hanging like that? Some part of me felt a little disappointed. I am disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, sir. Another part of me chastised myself for how ridiculous that is when I don't even know the man's name. Why didn't you ask when he said that, though? He's a stranger. He could be like a murderer or something. Or married. Why am I even thinking about this? It's so stupid. I groaned into my hands. Yeah, same. What? I dragged my head up to see Hal standing next to me. I followed their line of vision and land on the muted TV in the corner. Shown on the screen was the most notable superhero binary star. There truly wasn't a household that hasn't heard of that name. Let's see what they're saying about this prick. Haley grabs the remote, turning up the sound. The hero that will shine against any darkness. How do you feel about that title, Mr. Binary Star? Well, I gotta say, I'm flattered. But Steve, they are not wrong. The hero tilts his head, giving an animated wink to the interviewer. He then turns to the camera, pointing directly towards the audience. No villain can hide under the thick veil of darkness, not while I'm around. Against the dusk of their crimes, the shining light will always prevail, bringing them to justice. The hero turns his point into a thumbs up, his smile so wide it instinctively made me rub my own jaw. You are known to have numerous abilities, but none as iconic as the diamond melting eyes. It is said that you were born with this special talent, indicating from birth that you were an ability holder. Yes, that's right. When I first opened my eyes and they were red, it really gave the nurses a scare. Despite the shock, my dear mother never once faltered in loving me. God rest her soul. The interviewer extends his condolences. As I grew older, my other abilities manifested, and now... Oh. Ugh. Haley turns off the TV. Gosh, I fucking hate that guy. I glanced towards Haley. It was odd she disliked the hero so much. Most people love heroes. And even if they aren't interested, they will at least feign interest in order to be liked by people around them. Heroes are seen as a paragon of justice, so to openly dislike them is seen as odd at best, suspicious at worst. Why so much hate? Haley turns to me, a bit shocked. What? I thought you didn't like him either? I don't. I'm just surprised you're so passionate about hating him. Haley rolls their eyes. It's just all so fake, honestly. All this showboating, bullshittery, just for heroes to go out and mercilessly slaughter anyone they deem as villains. It's honestly disgusting. Does anyone even remember when we tried to reform villains? Now they just get slaughtered because that's easier than reformation. And the only group that seems to care even a damn smidge is the fucking prison industry. Because, oh, God forbid they lose out on 25 cents an hour labor. Like, is this world going crazy or is it just me? I know that some of the customers are glancing over at Haley as their voice continues to get louder alongside their building passion. I agree with Haley to an extent. Heroes do have too much power. But the idea that they go around slaughtering villains? They must be getting these ideas from some borderline extremists, or at least villain sympathetic internet forum or something. It's common knowledge, after all. Heroes don't kill. You need to calm down. Haley. I touched her arm, grabbing their attention. They pause, noticing me look around the cafe at the customers who are peering curiously. Yeah, you're right. Now shut up now. Haley sighs, pushing their hair over their shoulder. I'm right though. Back when I was a teen, people still protested heroes. They grumbled while walking away. Okay, Grandy, we know the world was different back in your day. Haley shoots a glare in my direction, but is unable to keep a completely straight face. They laugh while continuing to walk in the storage room. I'm going to go sort out some inventory in the back. If my old person bag can hang in there, maybe I'll have to ask for help from the younglings with more energy. I point to the register. Yeah, I don't mind helping out. As long as you're cool with the till being run by a certain employee with sticky fingers and a fascination for hero collectibles. Never mind. I feel years younger. Haley walks off in their wide stride. Although their boots have heels, I can never seem to hear them clicking against a hard floor. I sigh, turning back on the TV. It's getting later on in the day, so customers are petering out. And I'll be damned if I don't have some form of entertainment for my last working hour. The hero's face lights up on the screen as he saves women and children from imminent danger. Apparently, he has only been in the city for about 3 weeks, and the people have already fallen in love with him. They even claim that he alone reduced villain and criminal attacks by 60% in the last month. Watching him do his thing on the screen, the fall in villainy wasn't much of a surprise to me. It was almost impressive seeing him fly around, battling against monsters and villains. His red eyes glow, cutting down everything in their path. Apparently, he has trained many sidekicks to become successful heroes. I can't help but to wonder how hectic his life is. The hero, after saving a child, smiles and waves at the camera. Citizens clap and cheer for him in the background. Edited highlights shots of the hero plays. He gloriously flashes across the screen as terrified citizens scream for help, soon to be picked up and saved. Some part of me felt gross watching it. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I imagine almost dying and immediately getting edited into a hero montage. Ugh. Not a fan, huh? I almost jumped out of my skin at the sound of the voice in front of me. I look up and see the customer from about a week ago. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I noticed. Okay, dude. He glances up at the screen. It's okay. I've read the look at binary star at myself too. I smile sheepishly. I don't really like him or anything. Why do I feel the need to specify that? I cringe internally. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. You didn't? Mm-hmm. The facial expression kinda looked like he smelled salt milk or something. My jaw hangs. I'm at a loss for words. But like 4 months old spoiled milk. Not a week old spoiled milk. Not a week old spoiled milk. Why the heck can I say milk? It was intense. I almost even felt hurt for that guy. Nobody wants to get that kind of look from a cute barista. Cute? The man smirks, quirking an eyebrow. Do you want me? I read, do you want me? My brain said yes. Do you want me to repeat myself? No, it's okay. I feel like if I heard him say it again, my face would simply combust. I already know it's probably bright red. While this guy just stands there with the same smirk. What a bastard. His smirk seemed to get wider. Why don't you like him? He motions his head towards the TV. I bite my lip, trying to decide how honest I want to be. To be honest, something about heroes kind of make me uncomfortable. How so? Something about them feels somewhat uncanny valley. Like a robot? Yeah, almost if Binary Star smiled any harder, his face would just crack and fall to pieces. Heroes are always saying what the public wants them to say too. Like, they know exactly what to say. Yeah, they probably got a PR team. I think most of them probably have PR writers. Yeah. After all that media growing, the heroes don't even feel human anymore. I mean, I guess Binary Star isn't technically human, but you can understand what I'm saying, right? The man grimaces but nods. The child from the stars, Binary Star, that poor bastard. I bet you're right. If his face did smile any harder, it would just fall off. And underneath it would be an endless pit. The man chuckles. Oh, okay, that was funny? Or something like that, right? Nah, I'm betting it's just a robot war machine underneath the human-looking face. The military getting in on the hero game with the latest tech, huh? I can't help but laugh. Yeah, they always want the fame and fortune after all. A momentary look of softness travels across the man's face. But either way, I should probably take your order, considering you have been standing here for like 5 minutes. The man smiles. Don't worry about it. I think I enjoy our little interactions. I grab a medium-sized cup, the size he ordered the last 2 times he came here. Black coffee again? Oh, you remembered. Well, duh, you ordered the same thing. I try to remember our regular orders. I think with this being my 3rd time here, I hardly count as a regular. But I'll take the expedited honor anyways. Can I get your name for the order? In all honesty, I didn't really need his name. We tend to just call out the type of drink rather than the name of the customer. But maybe I want to be a little selfish for once. Can I try your special? I give a blank look. The one guaranteed not to be found anywhere else, or I get my money back. Ah, of course. And if you don't like it, I'll make you something else. I thought you said I could get my money back. Am I about to be scammed? Fine, and your money back. He smirks as if he already won. He definitely has won. I'll make the best damn coffee he's ever had. Somehow I feel like you are challenging me. Go take a seat. I'll bring it to you when it's ready. If you don't want me to pay, I'll take your money after I rob you of your pride. He cracks a smile. Cheeky thing. The van saunters off to lean against the far wall. I feel his eyes follow me as I move back and forth while making the coffee. After a couple of minutes, it's finally done. I bring out the most beautiful mint latte I've ever made. Okay. The man looks down at it, slightly grimacing. It's kind of green. What? You don't know any other color than black? The man eyes it up suspiciously. If I die from this, Oh my gosh, you are more likely to die from ingesting black coffee every day. Stir it a bit and give it a try. You can also start to take out your wallet if you want. Wow, the barista won't stir it for me? Service is really lacking here. I am not going to stir it for you, sir. The man chuckles a bit and stirs the drink. He brings it up to take a drink. He takes a good amount in it at once, swallowing deeply. He pauses, looking at me. The man places down the drink and takes out his wallet. So, what do I owe you? I can't help but smile. You haven't even told me how good it is yet. It's good. That's it? Nothing else? Maybe the word you were thinking of was delicious, heavenly, maybe awe-inspiring? Don't push your luck, kid. I got my pride too. Why are you calling me kid? I don't like that. But, alright, sir. He smirks, rifling in my wallet for... He smirks, rifling in his wallet for bills. Don't worry about the money. The satisfaction of your loss is payment enough. No, I lost fair and square. I had to pay up. No, seriously, my treat. He looks at me for what felt like a solid minute before putting his wallet away. If you say so. He looks at the drink, which is beautifully displayed in a glass mug. He then checks the time on his phone and grimaces. Before he can even open his mouth, I present a to-go cup and a lid. I figured you wouldn't be able to stick around for long. He seems a bit surprised as he takes the cup, his face eventually falling back into his usual expression. You didn't have to go through all the effort to. I swiftly cut him off. It tastes better when it's presented well. Is that so? Mm-hmm. I nod enthusiastically. He pours the drink into a to-go cup, careful not to spill. Thanks a lot for this. He leans in close. But my heart starts to beat faster. What is he doing? He pauses, snatching the permanent marker out of my apron pocket. I gape as he scribbles something on the to-go cup. He turns the cup towards me, the word Ray scrawled on the side. It's my name. He is so smooth with it. Oh my freaking gosh. Bro. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Ray. Nice to meet you too, Jim. Have a good day at work if that's where you're going. It occurred to me that it was nearly 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. Was he going back to work? Or maybe he was done for the day? But he never comes in at the same times for coffee. He must have a job with very odd hours. As I walk away, something catches on my shoe, causing me to stumble. Oh, whoa. Ray reaches out with one arm and catches me swiftly by the waist before I completely face plant. Bro, did you just trip me so you can catch me?
I like it, Picasso.
The catch pulled up his sleeve and his arm was marked with scars. Oh, try not to space out too much when you walk. Ray pulls me up back to my feet and releases me gently. His arms were surprisingly strong considering how sleep deprived he always looks. Well, I mean, being sleep deprived don't affect your strength. It just affects your fortitude. Is that even the right word? Whatever. I can't help to think how surprisingly marked up his arm was. Cuts, whole slices, both old and new. Maybe his job is some hard manual labor or something. That would explain why he's so tired all the time. And he smelled nice too. I wonder what cologne he uses. I get back behind the counter and watch Ray as he gives me a short wave before leaving. Some part of me hopes he'll be back tomorrow. I stick my hands in my apron pockets and sigh. My fingertips nudge a hard object in my pocket. Huh? I pull out the foreign object that was in my pocket. A small wad of money. Yo, really? I felt a harder object with them. I pull out part of the coffee sleeve, scrawled with a small message in permanent marker. Thanks for the coffee. The extras tip are, oh my gosh, there's a phone number. Ooh, there's a phone number scrawled at the bottom. I look at the bills. 50? Whoa, he gave me $50? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh. After carrying out the transaction, I stuffed the rest of the cash in the tip jar. Gosh, dang. A couple more days passed without any appearance from Ray. No. Finally, off to work. Despite my desperate desire to just go home, faceplant on a couch and binge shows for the rest of the day, I should probably get some groceries. I can't live off mac and cheese for the next 2 weeks after all. That sounds nice though. Not healthy, but sounds very nice. Or rather, I probably shouldn't. Yeah. You shouldn't. I do a bit of grocery shopping and grab some essentials for the next couple of days. But not too much that I'm unable to carry all of them back to the apartment. Part way through the trip back home, my phone buzzes. I held the bag onto my other arm and checked the call. Unknown caller. The sinking feeling in my stomach gave me an idea of who it could be. I take a breath and pick up the call. Criminy. Yes? I could tell by the voice. It was my old partner in crime, Double Vision. Double Vision, myself and the rest of the night crew, used to hit houses and make quite a bit of money. And we even lift cars on occasion, though I can't say we split on good terms. You moved. Yeah, away from you. You wound me, Criminy. We had a good thing. I could hear the thick malice in his voice. Don't be so cold, honey. Going to the lengths of running away while I was out of town? You wound me, truly. When you left, I did some things I'm not so proud of. But the honest truth is that I saw red. You remember Ripley, right? I swallowed hard. My hand shook, but I was unable to hang up. I can't guarantee that you will be able to recognize him anymore. He lets out a cold, curt laugh. He then transitions into a soft, cooing voice. You should have told me you were upset, honey. You can't just leave me like that. You know what that does to a guy. I get so worked up over you. I know I shouldn't. And I keep thinking about you, and I don't think I can just let you go. So I'm asking nicely, please come back. I'll buy you the same flat, the same car, everything. And we can pretend your silly little lapse in judgment never even happened. Come back to the crew. To me. I gather any courage I can, breathing in the shaky breath. Bro, I left you for a reason. Leave me alone. Bro, F you. I left you. I take all the spite I can muster. Yeah. I spit out in rage. Double lets out a loud barking laugh. Oh, Jim, you never cease to surprise me. Listen to this close. If you really want to be free, then don't let me find you, honey. Because when I do, a heavy silence blankets the call like mist. I could hear my own heartbeat echo through my ears. Double finally talks in a slow and serious whisper. I'll fucking kill you. He hangs up and the line beeps. Oh, that's scary. Imagine getting a call like that from your ex. That is terrifying. Bro, you had to go in the witness protection program at that point. I collapsed to the ground, my legs not quite filling up to the task of standing. Double vision and I used to be close. Closer than I like to admit, honestly. For a while, it was peaceful, even fun. Then slowly, things started to change. Every time I gave him an inch, he started to take 2 inches. Then he would take a foot. Eventually, he wasn't even satisfied with a mile. That was the type of guy Double was. For a while, I wondered if he was started to change, or if this was him all along, prowling under the cracking mask. But at some point, the egg or the chicken hardly mattered. Being around him started to become terrifying. Compliments turned into obsessions. Warnings turned into threats. Once I had enough money, enough of a safety net, I had to get out. Maybe Double in some way kept me from becoming too greedy. Kept me from becoming too used to the lucrative villain lifestyle. When I asked to leave, he said no. You asked him to leave. Oh gosh. Then the soft-spoken Marsh spoke up for me, telling Double to just let me go. Double beat Marsh's face into a lump of unrecognizable flesh. From that point, it guaranteed Double into a godhood for the more violent members of the group. Wait, okay, so we were a group of people that was just stealing things, right? But like, Double started beating people? Because I'm just trying to figure out how the heck we even get involved with a guy like this anyway, if all we wanted to do was steal people. I mean, steal people, oh my gosh, steal things from people. The non-violent members became too fearful to ever speak up against Double again. And so I left the crew, alone. I fled in the darkness of the night, taking my family with me. I moved my family to a different town, with different names, far, far away. And as for myself, I became anonymous in a different city, far enough away from my family so that they could live in peace without me. That's sad. So the question is, has he already found me? Yeah, if he called you, yes, he has. What do you mean? After all, Double always enjoyed playing with his food. My legs shook. I felt nauseated with the thought. I desperately scanned the area. I didn't see or feel anything off. Locals walked along casually, carrying out their lives. I quickly gather up my bags. In my haste, my phone falls on my hand. It tumbles to a stop against the shoes of a stranger. They pick it up and hold it towards me. Ray? Here. He hands me my phone. You look like you've seen better days, Jim. Is everything alright? I get up from the ground, setting the groceries onto the ground to straighten out my clothes. I have to get it together. I probably look crazy right now. I mentally chastise myself, looking up at Ray's concerned eyes. I force a grin and pray it is convincing. It's not. Yeah, I was just taking a break. Ray raises an eyebrow. I motion towards the groceries. I think I purchased too much. They are pretty heavy. I lied through my teeth. So, you took a break in the middle of the street? I laugh awkwardly, unable to find a good excuse. Are you heading in this direction? He points to where I was facing. Yeah. I'm going that way too. Need some help? Before I can say no, he picks up a grocery bag. A grocery bag that was incredibly light. And Ray pauses, turning to look at me. He gives me a look of suspicion and confusion. He opens his mouth as if he was about to say something. He then seemingly decides against it. He then suddenly picks up the other grocery bag too. I stare embarrassed, unsure of what to do. Luckily for me, Ray reads the room and decides not to press me further. Are we going? Or do you want me to carry you too? That would be nice. I hurried to catch up with his tired stride. These bags are pretty light. Do you have any food substance in there? I don't want to hear about dietary habits from a guy who regularly consumes black coffee in the middle of the day. I recently took up mint lattes, thank you very much. Oh yeah? What made you decide to do that? When a cute barista asks you to do something, you can hardly say no. Someone like me has weaknesses too, you know. Someone like you? How far do you live from here? Not too far. Are you already getting tired? Ray looks down at me with a wry smile. Not in your life, barista. I have a name, you know. Jim. I honestly didn't expect you to remember my name. He said your name like twice. What do you mean? Ray is about to say something when his phone buzzes. He pauses to look at it and cancels the call, stuffing his phone back into his pocket. After only a couple moments, his phone begins to buzz again, and once again he cancels it. Sorry about that. I've got some needy juniors at work. Hopefully they will get the hint and leave me alone. As we stroll, Ray and I chat about a variety of topics. I discovered that he likes cats, but due to his work, he is unable to own one. He also recently took up coffee a few months ago. Soon enough, we made it to the front door of my apartment building. His phone vibrates again, and he fumbles to reject the call. Sorry, he mumbles. Work forces me to use the phone that has the silence feature blocked. That sounds like a unhealthy work environment. Ray gives a chuckle that sounded more tired than humorous. Yeah, suppose so. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat grandfathered into the position. You can't just quit? Not really. That's terrible. That sounds illegal. Ray just grimaces. He doesn't seem very chatty about work. He must be in a stressful career. Well, either way, this is me. I motion up to the apartment building. You already know we invited him in. If you have time, do you want to come up for some tea? As a thank you for the help, of course. My heart was beating, and I was sure that my face was getting increasingly red. I genuinely didn't mean the invitation with any unholy intentions, but it was still such an awkward question to ask because of the implication. Ray looks genuinely surprised, almost dropping his phone. Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Ray's phone begins to buzz again. Ray looks visibly annoyed by the buzzing of his phone. Let me just take this real quick. He puts the phone up to his ear. Yes. Absolutely not. No. It's my day off. What? Do you have no one else? Am I really your only? He shoots a quick side glance at me. Option or something? I in fact do have a life. Is it so hard to believe that I have plans? Well, that's too bad, isn't it? You'll just have to find someone else to take it on. I'm not. Anyways, I'm hanging up now. If you call me again, this phone is getting a hole burnt into it. I'm serious. Ray hangs up and places his phone into his pocket. He turns to me, smiling kindly. Sorry about that. Shall we head up? He picks up the bags again before I'm able to. As he takes his first step, the sound of a large explosion is heard in the distance. The ground shakes with the force of the blow. Ray sighs in frustration in a frustrated manner. Damn it. Ray's phone buzzes once more and he picks it up. Just two. Fine, I'm on my way, but you owe me. After hanging up, Ray turns to me. Sorry, Jim. Looks like I just can't escape work today. He gives a smile so disappointed that I can't help but feel bad for him. It's okay. Maybe next time? Definitely next time. He picks up the grocery bags again. Don't worry about it. If your work is about Dad, I point to the giant cloud of smoke in the distance. It's probably more important than my dumb groceries. Ray gives a slow smile, handing me the grocery bag. His eyes linger on my face as his hand brushes mine slowly. Nothing's more important than your dumb groceries. I'll pay you back next time, okay? He runs his hand over mine before pulling back. The small motion makes my heart flutter something fierce. Okay, thanks for your help, Ray. He smiles. Anytime, Star. Star? I get money, I'm a star. He turns and walks away, giving a short wave as he goes. I put the groceries away and collapsed on my bed. It was only around 4 p.m., but it felt like it was such a long day already. I can't help but to drift away into a short nap. I'm awakened with a start. A light draft makes me shiver. I see that the window is cracked open. How do I keep forgetting to close this? You're not forgetting to close it. Somebody's opening that. I don't know who, actually, but somebody is. I shut it once again. I sigh, looking up at the clock. Only 10 more minutes before work ends. It was almost 5 p.m. The usual crowd has completely died off at this point. 8 more minutes. Excuse me. Hello. I look up. Why does someone always appear literally right before the end of my shift? Wow, you look crazy. I groan eternally. Hi, what can I get you today? Yeah, sorry. The customer gives a short, incredulous laugh. Do you not recognize me? I'm sorry? I don't understand. The hero of fire, Blaze, is right in front of you. And you don't recognize him? I blink, unsure of what to say. Oh, of course. You're playing cool and mysterious to get me all interested in you, right? He brushes his hair with his hand, giving a laugh. Well, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm already there. He points a finger between myself and him, winking at me. Same page. Okay, so do you want coffee or what? The man waves a hand dismissively. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, does a blonde, tired-looking man come in here often? I give a confused look. There are a lot of tired people that come in here. It's a cafe. He has hair about to here. The man waves his hand to his neckline, and his eyes are real dead, like 1,000-yard stare most of the time. Are you talking about Ray? Yeah, wow, first name basis, huh? Lucky guy. I glance at the clock. I should have been off at work 5 minutes ago at this point. I attempt to speed things up. So, no coffee then? I don't blame you for going for all that, but he smiles. I feel like I could give you better. No, at this point I am utterly confused. Look, sir, I don't even know your name. Blaze. I mean, your real name? It's Luke. Nice to meet you. So, as I was saying, I'm parked out front. It's the convertible. He points to the flashy red car sitting diagonally across the 2 disabled parking spots. How about we get out of here, just us? He winks, and I smile harder to keep my face from cringing. This guy is really laying it on thick. Not to sound too full of myself, but you would be lucky to be with a guy like me. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm a hero. He starts to look upset, most likely due to his past as not being received with enthusiasm that he expected. I need to clock out, so do you want to order anything? The man sucks his teeth, leaning up against the counter. Look, you seem a bit dense, so I'll spill it out for you. Luke leans in, his cologne enveloping me. This may be hard to believe, but I'm the hero, Blaze. Yes, you mentioned that a few times now, Blaze. I can feel the customer service politeness leaving my body. He gives a leering smile. Now, don't start freaking out when I say this. I don't want the whole world to know I'm here. But let's just say I'm interested. I blink, unable to stop the words from spilling from my mouth. I flash my sweetest smile. Do you mind waiting for a minute? I suppose I could donate a minute of my time to assist in need. I log out of the register and I walk to the back. I then take off my apron in the back of the store and clock out of my shift. I see Luke leaning against the wall when I come out. Are we going now? We? Yeah, I don't think so. Do you get off on harassing minimum wage employees or something? Because frankly, it's tiring and old. I don't know what your angle is, but you can kindly fuck off. Nobody gets paid enough to deal with that kind of bullshit. Luke looks visibly irritated. Fine. You just lost a chance that every civilian wants. I was gonna light your life on fire. I don't think I want that. Have fun with your golden boy. A hero from the stars. Yeah, right. Ask Ray how he got his abilities. Why did you just expose this man like this? Like, why are you telling me his civilian identity? Luke grins. A smile full of malice. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, Jim. He gives a cold laugh. That guy is no hero. Luke angrily takes his leave, muttering some words under his breath on his way out. I sigh, exhausted. Wow, the fuck was that about? I look over my shoulder as Howes, who appeared behind me with a croissant in hand. Honestly, I have no idea. He said he was a hero and accused that new regular Ray of some ridiculous stuff. What kind of stuff? Of him being a hero or something? Which one? The star one? Binary star? Yeah. Hal chews on a croissant and a thought. Weird. That guy seemed like a total dick. Maybe he was hopped up on some new designer drugs or something. Unfortunately, I got the vibe that it's just his default personality. He was really laying it on you though. Good thing Miles wasn't around. He would have had flipped out. Probably would have had scared Blaze away with his enthusiasm. Now, Miles could have saved the day. Could you imagine Miles cornering Blaze to show him hundreds of pictures of his collectibles? That hero would be so creeped out. Who knows? He seems self-obsessed enough to probably enjoy it. I'm sure he has his own collection too. I could totally see that. I know we should implement a no weirdos policy. Haley leans up against the counter next to me. They laugh. It's a refreshing sound, like bells in the summer. Yeah, but then Miles wouldn't be able to work. Hey, I heard that. Haley and I chuckle at the far off sound of Miles' voice. You are allowed to turn away customers, you know. I tried. They give me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. Just call me next time. I'll kick his ass out of here. I gasp in a fake shock. To a hero? Isn't that like a crime or something? Haley smiles deviously. Maybe I'll key his car for good measure. They say 2 crimes are better than 1. Wow, House. Love and determination. If only that was reflected in your management style. We laugh a bit between the two of us. I have only known House for around 3 months now, but we've come so close. They always know the right thing to say to cheer me up. Anyways, I should probably head out. Hey, before you go, Haley bites their lip, debating. After a couple of seconds pass, they speak up. That guy? You said his name was Ray? Yeah, I actually ran into him the other day and he helped me carry my groceries home. Well, look, I kind of get a bad feeling from the guy. Really? I don't really see it. But things are harder to see with rose tinted glasses, I guess. Haley gives an awkward laugh. Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know. Maybe just keep an eye out for anything that's off. I can't see, I'm blind. Blind. This MC is definitely blind. I haven't seen anything weird yet. Hey, Ray. What's weird? I feel like I almost had a heart attack. Ray somehow walked up without me noticing. Nothing weird. We just had some coffee lids go missing recently. Is that right? Ray stares directly at Haley, who levels a glare right back at him. Ooh. He shoots me a quick smile. Sorry, I don't think I've met your friend yet. Oh, this is Haley. Oh, co-worker. Friend. Oop. Haley cuts in quickly. Sorry for interrupting the conversation. I'm just looking to get the usual before heading to work. It's almost 5 p.m. and you're just starting work for the day? Yeah, that's strange. What do you do for work? Law enforcement. Now he answered that quick. Ray responds without missing a beat. A tense silence falls between the three of us. I don't quite understand what's going on, but I feel uncomfortable. Haley, what do you do for work? What do you mean? I'm obviously at work right now. This is your only job? Last time I checked, yeah. Sorry, you just look so familiar. I just can't put my finger on it. That sounds like a threat. Haley looks genuinely annoyed. I can see them bite their cheek, probably to keep themselves from saying anything too unprofessional. You must be thinking of someone else. Haley straightens out. Ray smiles, but there was no friendliness to it. Maybe you're right. Like, what's going on? Is this the battle of the romantic interest here? Haley smiles back with an equal amount of spite. You know, we had a celebrity visit. You just missed it. He was a hero, too. This place is quite popular lately. Ray's face falls into a frown. Haley looks at me for a second. I can't imagine why. It's not like we have some kind of hero discount or something. Ray's lips pull tight and he narrows his eyes. Is that right? Haley picks at their nails, seeming uninterested. Yeah, what was his name again? Flame? Blade? Blaze. Ray mumbles under his breath. Right, that was it. He suddenly looks at me and gives me a smile. Looks like I overstayed my welcome. I should probably head up to work before my new phone blows up. Ray glances at Haley. Thanks. Bruh, get you some coffee. What do you mean? Here. Ray already begins to leave. I should grab him some coffee before he goes. Like, you just came up here and then you're not even gonna get no coffee from me? Oh, Ray. I jog past Haley in a rush and grab onto his sleeve. Yeah, move out the way. He turns to me looking a bit surprised. Yeah? I smile at him. Wait for 1 second. I jog off to the coffee, grabbing him a fresh cup of black coffee. I hope work goes by quickly for you. I hand him the cup. Ray smiles softly. Thanks, Star. Kinda like that. He reaches his hand out as if he wanted to touch my head, but then he pauses and pulls back. Yeah, that'd be a little bit weird. I'll catch you around. Come back soon. Of course. You better come back soon this time. He gives a